Yo, yo, what is going on, my fellow wrestling fans? Welcome to a brand new week, and welcome to a first edition of September episode of what we like to call the Clash of the Champions, where we dive headfirst into all the storylines, personalities, controversies, and everything in between that center around this world we know and love as professional wrestling. For better or worse, I am your host, the vegan you believe in conscious Kurt, aka Kurt GPT in the flesh as always. And my co-host needs no introduction, but the hell with it. He's gonna give y'all one anyway.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jonathan Randall, the adventurer himself, at your guys' service. So welcome to our podcast, this soap opera that we call professional wrestling. And man, we're coming off the heels of an extraordinary clash in Paris PLE. And this is our recap episode. And I'm quite sure you, Kurt, and the whole wrestling WWE universe enjoyed this event.
It had a fun vibe to it. The show itself was good, but overall, more than anything, the main thing that made this show stand out so much was that damn crowd. I don't know what the
And
hell
that
they were
stage.
saying. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the stage was dope. Yeah, I loved how the stage looked. It's nice that they actually put some more thought into their stages for a change, besides
Mhm.
WrestleMania. But yeah, the stage was dope. The crowd was incredible. They were chanting a whole bunch of stuff I couldn't understand, but honestly, I didn't even care. It just looked mad fun. I wanted to be chanting along with them. Yeah, we're having a good ass time.
Hey, it's no surprise they're in Europe. You know what I mean? The international crowds always deliver. They always, hate to say they put us American crowds to shame, but it's not a surprise. You know what I mean? We knew what was going to happen going in. No matter if it's a PLE or if it's like Raw or SmackDown, if you're, you know, in another country, the crowd is going to bring that energy. The crowd is going to bring that energy, and they did.
And they had every reason to bring that energy for the opening match as we had Roman Reigns going one on one with the tribal thief, the owner of the Shulafala, Big Bronson Reed, with Paul Heyman, the wise man, in his corner.
This is a good match. The one take that I got from this match that man, Bronson Reed really took it to Roman Reigns during this match. He really did.
Yeah, he had a good performance. He definitely did his thing in this match, but like I predicted last week, he did not win. And Roman Reigns finished his ass off with a spear, got the win, and was celebrating outside the ring, putting his one up in the air on top of the announce table. And then when he gets back into the ring, he confronts Paul Heyman. And then Paul Heyman's like begging and trying to kiss Roman Reigns' ass, saying, "I love you, my tribal chief. I love you, my tribal chief." Yeah, like he was begging and like pleading, like those debt collectors in ECW, like when they were after him back in the day. Yeah, he was
Ah,
doing all that shit, and
it
then
was
he even
never
gave
worked
Roman
out
the
for him.
damn shoes. Yeah, like he gave Roman the damn shoes. He gave him the Shula Fala as like a peace offering, but Roman was having none of it, and he locked his punk ass up in the guillotine lock. Good.
Yeah, and I really thought he was gonna do like a Superman punch, but doesn't matter though. He finally, got some payback on Paul Heyman, and it looked like that was it. And not only that, yeah, Roman Reigns did get his shoes back, but instead of keeping them, he decides to get a pen and autograph his own shoes, and he gave it away to some lucky fans out there. And it looked like, hey, this is a good way to start the show and end the match. But it was all fun and games until surprisingly and shockingly, Braun Breaker out of nowhere comes from the crowd and spears Roman Reigns off the announce table.
Through the other announce table. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
gnarly as hell, son. Yeah, so Braun Breaker spears the hell out of Roman Reigns, and yeah, Roman Reigns needs to be helped up. And as he's being helped up and taken like down the aisleway, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, who are already like towards the entrance, they run back to the ring, and Braun Breaker hits Roman with another spear. Holy shit!
Yep.
Yeah, laid his ass out. Then they put him back in the ring, and then Bronson Reed hit him with a tsunami from the top rope. And then they put Roman Reigns on a damn gurney. They were going to take him out on a stretcher. And then Bronson Reed goes on the top rope and gives him another damn tsunami. So when this beatdown was going down the way it was going down, I knew what this all meant. I saw this coming, but I didn't realize it was going to happen this soon. But yeah,
Yeah.
they continued the beating, and then even Jey Uso tried to come out and make the save for his cousin, but he was repaid with that with a spear by Braun Breaker, and then Bronson Reed hit Roman with another tsunami while he was strapped to the gurney. And that's pretty much how they left it. They left Roman Reigns and also Jey Uso laid out, and Roman Reigns was taken out on a stretcher and sent to the hospital. So was Paul Heyman for that matter. And it's now looking like from this beatdown, Roman Reigns is going to be off TV for the next few weeks while he goes to film Street Fighter.
Yeah. And it was very obvious that, that was the angle that they're gonna do. But um some fans are complaining that they're doing this a little bit too much. Like Roman will come back and then they'll do this angle where he's taken out and he's gone for like a few weeks or whatever. It's kind of some fans are kind of saying that this whole thing is getting a little pretty old though, but we know this is the reason why what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, granted, this is the third time they've done this with him like in a year. So I can understand that people being frustrated about that. But I mean, it is what it is. We all knew he was taking a break to film the movie anyway. They did the same thing with Cody a few weeks ago. We haven't seen him since. Funny, they put the
Mm.
title on him and then he's gone for the last month ever since.
True. And then, I mean, it was kind of like a last minute thing about the whole him, doing the movie because yeah, he was the champion, and right after that, they announced him, being, in that movie. So yeah, you kind of have a point about that. Afterwards, Adam Pierce, piss, just livid. He's been getting a little chippy with the wrestlers lately, you know what I mean? And rightfully so, just no
Yeah,
law and
I think
order
that
going on. No law and order going on, you know, on Raw right now. And he needs to step in and put his foot down as he should, and he did with both Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed telling both of them that you guys are banned from ringside during this main event for the Fatal 4-Way. And if they show up, they're suspended indefinitely without pay. So yeah, he was laying down the law.
yeah, that's the way it should be. For the attack they pulled
Yeah,
on Roman and Jey Uso, their asses should have gotten kicked out, but they probably weren't complaining because they got to go out and enjoy that Paris nightlife. So yeah, I'm sure they were good regardless, and they put Roman out like they probably intended to. So yeah, they all worked out for them. Maybe not so much for Seth Rollins in the match later, which we'll get into, but yeah, that
yeah,
definitely got the night off to a huge hot start. And hell, the angle they did where Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker attacked Roman was almost as long as the Roman and Bronson Reed match in its entirety.
yeah, that beatdown lasted a while, like a good minute. I know they're like, look, you only had what 6 matches on a card, and I know
Yeah,
they're trying to like kill time and all that stuff. But yeah, I've looking back, I was like, damn, that beatdown was pretty long. That was like the longest beatdown I ever seen. Usually it doesn't even take that long. At least a couple minutes or a few minutes, but this one damn near was like almost like 10 minutes.
it was like an extra
Almost.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy, but it was well done. It was a well done angle they did to write Roman off, and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker came out of it looking really strong and really dominant.
Yeah.
And yeah, them getting kicked out of the arena for the main event would be a big story that we'll get into a little later. But yes, regardless of that, Roman Reigns is your winner. And on to the next match we had for the tag team championships from SmackDown, the Wyatt Six defending against the Street Profits.
Mm. What was your thoughts on this match?
Match was fine, but one of the main talking points coming out of it was when the match was about to start. Montez Ford was about to start the match, and then Angelo Dawkins like stopped him and like pointed his finger to like the apron, like telling him to like get out of the ring so he could start the match. So that might be a tease of something that's to come. But
I've
then
been hearing
again,
a rumor.
considering it's the Street Profits and they've kind of done this before, I would not get my hopes up.
Yeah, but I'm now hearing a rumor that the plan is they're gonna break them up now. We'll see, if that's the case. So
Well, if that's the case, it's now or never because they've teased this multiple times. They've
Oh
tried to
yeah.
do multiple different things with them the last couple of years, and none of it has really sticked. So yeah, it's time to break them up. It's time to move on. I remember you and I got into debates about this before, and I get it. Like I get why they would want to stay together because of how close they are and whatnot. But now it's just getting to the point where there's nothing else they can do with them. And getting into that in a second, they ended up losing the match to the Wyatt Six after Sister Abigail pulled Montez's Ford's leg as he was trying to get back in the ring, and then um, Uncle Howdy like laid him out with Sister Abigail, and then they threw him back in the ring, and then the Wyatt Six finished him off to retain the titles. So now that they lost this match and they're not the champions and whatnot, it's like, yo, what the hell else do they do? It's like a waste to keep them together if all they're just going to be doing is working with the same teams, doing the same shit. Yeah, it's just kind of gotten to the point where like, yo, there's nothing else they can do beyond this.
I mean, look, let's be real. Like the past like few months, they have been on a good run with each other. They had that amazing TLC match. They, winning the tag team titles recently. So it has been pretty good for them. They're probably like the best I've ever seen for these two in a while. But moving forward, I still believe that you need to separate them and see, where could they go as singles competitors, especially Montez Ford. We've been praising him about his performance in Elimination Chamber a while back, and we were saying, hey, he did really well. You need to get the ball rolling with him, and they never did.
Yeah, they've like teased so many different things with them over the years. So that's why, like with this scenario, I'm not getting my hopes up. I'll see what happens on SmackDown on Friday, but if they're gonna split them up, they need to do it now. Like if they just
Yeah.
teased what happened on Sunday just to not capitalize on it, like they've been doing with a lot of their storylines this year, then yeah, this is a waste. But yeah, they need to split them up now, ASAP.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
more beating around the bush, no more delaying it. It is time.
They usually don't do this with other tag teams. If they tease a breakup, they go for it, and
They didn't do that with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. They teased that like for like a year and a half, and
oh
they never
yeah,
did anything with it.
right. And Austin Theory's what he's like. He's done. He's like done now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
they just said he was injured on TV, but apparently he might be done for good.
yeah.
I should have known he was cooked when they had him cashing the Money in the Bank for the U.S. title, and he didn't even win that.
Oh God, please don't bring that up. Oh
And not to mention the whole John Cena feud, which is a whole nother argument.
yeah.
But anyway, yes, the Wyatt Six retained, no surprise. And then on to our next match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. We had Becky Lynch defending against Nikki Bella.
Look, I cannot get over how much I like Becky Lynch's new theme song. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like his original. Her original one is that's her. That's catchy and all that stuff. But this one, it's like I think this one really says more about her and defines her as a person, especially now. That she's a heel.
Yeah, she had that old theme song for 10 years. And yeah, I'm happy that they switched it up. It has a great vibe to it. It really captures her character, like what
Yeah.
she's doing right now on TV. And yeah,
Mm.
honestly, I think she's one of the best heels in the whole company.
I agree. Oh my god! Look, despite of what she was saying about Ozzy Osbourne, not too long ago, but like regardless, so her heel work is just immaculate. It's amazing. I love it.
I can't wait for her to make an appearance at San Diego for Survivor Series and say fuck the Padres and see what you do then.
I wonder what she'll say if she said "fuck the Knicks." How are
Or
you
I
gonna
would go
react to that?
off. Or I would lose my damn mind. I would lose my mind like Ric Flair when he got eliminated from that battle royal by Batista.
Oh,
Oh my god! I saw a video of that the other day when like it was like a battle royal like on Raw, and then Batista eliminated Ric Flair like when they were still in Evolution together, and Ric
yeah.
Flair just loses his damn mind. Like he's like trying to jump back in the ring, and the officials are holding him back. He's like putting his fist up. He's like slamming on everything, losing
God.
his damn mind.
Have they
Anyway,
put any Raw episodes on the WWE Vault YouTube channel, or is there any plans to do it, or no?
I don't know. I really don't know. They put a lot of like the old Coliseum video
Yeah,
tapes on there. Have like some of the full PLEs on there. They have a lot of the documentaries on there, which is
yeah.
cool. But
Hmm.
I haven't seen like the Raw put on there yet. But in any event, yeah, we had Becky Lynch against Nikki Bella. The match was fine. A lot of people were a lot harder on it than I'm gonna be. I thought it was, fine. It wasn't anything I would like tell you to go out of your way to really watch per se.
Yeah.
Not that the women didn't work hard, but like, it just like wasn't really as captivating as other matches I've seen involving Becky throughout the year, like a Lyra Valkyria series being one example. And yeah, there was one point where like Nikki Bella even tried like her kick from the top rope and like she clearly missed, like she was nowhere near Becky.
Yeah. I was just hearing
Yeah, I
it was
mean,
just that match you just had to get through and just, not much to write about. You kind of knew what was going to be the ending result, and Becky Lynch retained. There's no way, at this level and on the run that she's on right now. There's no way that she's gonna drop the belt. So
yeah, not to Nikki Bella, who's like just like mainly back for a nostalgia run. It's cool to have her, she has her fan base and all that, but yeah, realistically, we did not expect her to be the one to dethrone Becky Lynch, and she did not. As she did go through, as she did at one point hit Becky Lynch with her own man slam, but Becky Lynch did kick out, and then Becky trapped her in that backslide that she actually used on Bayley at Evolution. She did the same thing to Nikki Bella here and won the match the exact same way.
yeah,
Yeah, and Nikki got noticeable boos in this match too. I could definitely tell that the crowd was a lot more behind Becky than they were Nikki.
mm.
Rightfully so. I even said it on Wade Keller's show. Like last week, I did the show with Wade Keller, and I even told him straight up, like even though Becky's the heel and Nikki's the babyface in the storyline, in good conscience, I can't look at myself in the mirror and cheer Nikki Bella over Becky Lynch.
Oh yeah, due to personal
Yeah,
reasons. Yeah,
yeah. Even if Becky is a heel, I cannot root against her and root for Nikki. I can't do it.
right. I mean, he like not just personally, but even as a wrestling fan, I kind of like was on Becky's side. I just like Becky better.
Yeah, most people do. Yeah, look, the Bellas have their fan base and all that, but majority of like hardcore wrestling fans, yeah, they would agree with us.
Yeah,
But anyway, Becky Lynch retained the title. I thought they were gonna maybe do like a series between the two of them, but from how this match ended and from what happened later in the show, it made me think that yeah, I think this feud is over, which I'm fine
yeah.
with.
I
Once was
already
enough.
I already saw from the beginning it was like a one and done thing to me. I felt like there's just one match and then move forward, and there's really no need to do like a rematch or anything like that. No offense to Nikki Bella though, but I
Nikki
just
Bella.
felt like
Yeah,
you know there's not much you
and
can
I
do
guess
moving forward.
yeah, and this I guess they were gonna do for her instead of the Liv Morgan feud because obviously Liv Morgan got hurt, so that got scrapped. So I guess this is like a make good like to give to her instead of getting her
Yeah,
through that feud with Liv. So I get
yeah.
that. But yes, Becky Lynch retained the women's IC title, and in our next match, in the final blow off, we had a Donnybrook between Sheamus and Rusev, and this feud has been going on for the last I
Ooh,
would say 3.5 months or so. And
yeah,
Fashion Paris be where they would finally end this feud.
yeah, and they needed to end this feud, especially with the chaos that they've been going through with each other from having normal matches to the point where okay, you're both getting count out to the point where you're having a match and then you're pretty much taking the fight backstage. So yeah, they needed to end this feud that night, and they did. And this is probably, I have to say, like one of the best matches of the night. Very brutal, you know. As always, like their previous matches, this one was no different, but just with weapons.
Yeah, they had barrels of whiskey outside the ring too, and even at
Uh,
one point, Sheamus got trapped in the accolade by Rusev on top of it. Yeah, that was a sight to see. Holy shit!
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Imagine being drunk and being put in that predicament.
you're gonna wake up passed out. I don't know what happened.
Wake up with bruises
Hungover and
and black
bruised up. Yeah,
eyes,
hungover and bruised up. That's the what a story is that to
some
tell.
some hangover type shit where
Right.
your teeth are missing.
Yep.
Anyway, but yeah, they get make their way back into the ring. They're brawling a lot more. Sheamus even hit Rusev with the bro kick, but it was still not enough. But yeah, these two beat the hell out of each other throughout most of this match, and then it all led to Rusev trapping Sheamus in the Accolade, but he took like a pipe and like choked Sheamus with it, like in his it was his mouth, right? Was his mouth or his throat?
Looked like it was his throat,
Yeah,
kind
closer
of.
towards his throat. He
Yeah.
choked him with like the pipe like on his throat as he had him like cinched back into the Accolade, and then Sheamus ended up tapping out, and Rusev won the Donnybrook, which
Two
I
things.
predicted.
Yeah. So two things I wanted to ask you about that. So moving forward, because this feud is done now. Yeah, having Rusev the winner was the right decision because he is the heel and there's so much you could do with him. So wow, what's next for Rusev moving forward? And also, here's the second question. This is the biggest one for you, Kurt. Moving forward for Sheamus, do you still have high hopes for him to win his first Intercontinental Championship in the future?
Yeah, I say so, and especially after how the match for the Intercontinental title ended on Raw Monday, there's a chance we could see something with him involving a certain someone, which I'll get into later on. But as far as Rusev goes, it's hard to say what he does next. I would say maybe he like fights for a championship, but the thing is, all the champions on Raw are heels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unless one
Raw's
of
very
the
heel heavy right
unless
now as far as those
Ex-
titles.
Exactly, unless a certain somebody drops it in the future, though. But yeah, you are right. That I am. That kind of just hit me. That all the champions on Raw are heels. That's a first. That's a wow.
I could maybe see maybe him and Penta could work a feud together. I'm kind of
Yeah.
getting tired of this Penta feud with New Day and Grayson Waller. I could use
Oh
Penta into something
God.
else. So
I'm just tired of New Day in general. Just it's become you go from okay having a good segment of them turning heel, which was great, and then you screwed it all up because of what they were doing. And now they
yeah,
become like that backstage joke now. Like they're just backstage and just the ones that are complaining and blah 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 and all it's useless, man.
having a funeral for their tag team title run that came to an end 3 months ago.
God, and then they're wearing those ridiculous outfits every week, like they're at a fashion show, and like that hat that
And it is New York Fashion Week this week.
still, I mean, but they're wearing that stuff prior to that, Kurt. I mean, it's just like wow, like these guys, like I don't know, man.
Some
I don't
midlife
know.
crisis type shit. But
Right,
anyway,
right.
yeah. So I could see maybe Rusev feuding with Penta. That's a possibility. Or maybe Dragon Lee. Him and Dragon Lee could have some fun matches.
They've been pushing Dragon Lee, a lot lately.
Yeah, a little bit. They gave him new theme
Yeah.
music. He won a match last week for the first time in almost a year, singles match.
Mm.
Yeah, anything's possible, but we'll see. But Rusev picked up the win here to blow off this feud. And now, in one of our marquee matches of the show, we had John Cena in his very last appearance in Paris, who got a monster hero's reaction if I've ever seen one in my damn life.
I had to rewind that entrance twice, Kurt. That was
Yeah,
probably like the loudest reaction that he's ever gotten ever.
one of, hands down. So, yeah, John Cena with the crowd in Paris fully behind him went one on one for the very first time against the douchebag fuck, Logan Paul.
This match delivered, and we're not
Yeah.
surprised because we know how y'all know how much you hate Logan Paul, but at the same time, we cannot deny his athleticism and his ring work. And yeah, they both delivered, and it was a great match.
Yeah, Cena even busted out a Styles Clash at one point.
Oh yeah, surprisingly, took a nod from his old
Yeah,
feud against AJ Styles almost 10 years ago. Yeah, I love that.
I heard they were gonna do them against each other one last time during this retirement tour, but it was replaced with either this match or the one coming up with Brock.
Oh,
But I'm not complaining. This was a great match here. Logan Paul, say what you want about him personally, but when it comes time to put on a great performance in the ring and put on a match that people walk away talking about, he delivers. And he delivered here in a major way. This could be arguably considered one of his best matches he's had, period. And also one of the best matches Cena's had since he started this whole retirement tour. And yeah, these guys definitely gave us a match to remember here. Went 26 minutes. And Cena ultimately finished off Logan Paul after he caught Logan Paul attempting a crossbody, and then he picked him up, hit him with an FU. I still call it the FU. And then Logan
Hmm.
Paul tried to escape a second FU attempt and try to hit Cena with his right hand, but then Cena eventually trapped him again with another FU and laid his ass out with it. And Cena ultimately picked up the win that way and left Paris for the very last time with the W. Word life.
Yeah, needed it. A great way to do a send off with the crowd. I mean, this is his last year, man, and guess what? 8 more appearances left for John Cena.
Which includes SmackDown this Friday, which will be his final appearance in the city of Chicago.
Yeah, wow.
So many
Is
memorable
that
moments
that,
he's been
that
a part of in that city,
that's the place where he made his debut, right? Same
where he
city,
made his
right?
debut,
Wow,
in 2002, where he had that match with Triple H at WrestleMania 22.
one of my favorites.
Also, the match with CM Punk at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Even the match with Brock at Extreme Rules in 2012.
Yep.
Yeah, he's had a lot of classic moments in Allstate Arena, and this Friday could be another one. Well, only time will tell. But John Cena won the match. It was a great match. I'm happy that he turned babyface even more now, considering like that reaction he got and the match he's
Hmm.
been pretty much having ever since he turned babyface. Yeah,
I
thank
agree.
God they at least came to their senses and twitched him back.
I agree. And you needed to go. You need to have him to go back to babyface. I knew they were. I mean, I was saying to myself, "There's no way in hell they're going to keep him heel throughout the whole year." I just that would have left a sour taste in my mouth. Like you just can't do that. So they made the right decision by turning him back babyface. I kind of wish that they never turned him heel, but it is what it is. And yeah,
Yeah, so we got John Cena back, the one we always loved, always appreciated, and who will be ending his career in 3.5 months. Crazy. It's almost
8
here.
more.
It's almost
I
at the
know.
end. Yeah.
Went by so fast, man. We kind of like the beginning of the year, and also like kind of like in the middle. We're kind of like you're not thinking about it too much. You're kind of like, oh, it's gonna be a while before it gets here. We're almost there. It went by pretty quick, dude.
Yeah. Very quick. Yeah,
It
this whole year
felt
in
like,
general went by fast.
yeah,
It's
it felt like his first title defense against Orton at Backlash felt like it was just yesterday.
yeah, that's when the Knicks were going on their playoff run.
Uh,
Oh shit. Yeah, it's crazy to think that summer's already over too. Summer
I know.
flew the
Thank
hell by.
God. Thank God. I'm getting
Fair
tired of the
enough.
summer.
It's
It
already getting
started
cooler up here. It's already getting
good.
cooler up here. It's like early September. It's kind of not a good sign because of the fact that it might mean that we're going to have a rough winter or winter's going to come a lot earlier.
I mean, for you, I mean, you got to bundle up and everything. I hope you have all your coats stored somewhere out in your
Yeah, I
closet
got
there.
them.
But
I'm
yeah,
looking at it
but
right now.
you're looking at it right. Your coats are defrosting right now in your hoodies. But anyway, like for me personally,
Just like Mariah Carey for her singing her damn song from Christmas time.
right? But at the same time, when the summer ends, fall's getting here. Fall time, football season starts tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm excited. And I just I think the summer is a bit overrated to me, honestly. So I'm glad that it's almost over. I'm ready for the fall to get here, and yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I still appreciate summer. I mean, the weather aspect of it is very hit or miss, but I appreciate the summer movie season
Oh yeah,
when we used to have summer anthems up until recently. I used to love that about summer, and yeah, just like having that break from school. But
oh yeah.
I mean, still has its perks. Honestly, my favorite season is spring.
Same here. I like the spring too, and it's funny you talk about how the summer hits differently when you're out of school. And yeah, you're right because when we were in school, we looked forward to it because we had no school. But now you're an adult, you're working. You kind of wish. Part of me wishes that I had like a summer break, just like kids in school. You know what I mean? But it doesn't work like that because we're adults now. But yeah, it's funny. We should get a
Yeah,
break.
but in any event, John Cena won his final match in Paris against Logan Paul. Logan Paul even put up an interesting tweet after the match talking about like how special it was.
Of course. Oh man, come on now. You cannot. That's the ultimate sign of respect. That shows the respect that he has for the business to be honored and humbled and to work with the people that he's worked with in the past. You know, it shows how much he cares, and you have to give respect where it's given.
Yeah, you definitely do. Whether you like
Yeah.
to do it or not, and I don't like him, I have to give him credit. He put on a great match here and gave John Cena one of the best matches of his retirement tour.
Kurt, think of the people that he has worked with in the past: John Cena, Roman Reigns,
Seth Rollins,
Seth Rollins, yeah, uh,
Ricochet.
Ricochet, Rey Mysterio, for a brief moment. That was like one of his first matches was against Rey Mysterio and
Oh
Dominic.
yeah, 30 at
Yeah.
38. Yeah, when he teamed with the Miz to go against him.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Crazy how far Logan Paul and Dominic have come since then.
I know. Let's see. Once a U.S. champion against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, worked with them. So he has worked with a lot of top tier talent over the past, couple of years or so.
Yeah, he has. And John Cena, you could add to the top
Yes.
of that list. And yeah,
Hmm.
arguably one of his best matches. And more power to both men. But John Cena picked up the win. And in our main event, we had Seth Rollins defending his World Heavyweight Championship against CM Punk, the man he stole the championship from at SummerSlam. And I was a witness to this live and in person. I even got interviewed by the cops afterwards and gave him a full statement. So yeah, he defended against him. He
And they
defended
still
against.
have not a damn. Not, they still have not a haven't did a damn thing yet, have they? Huh? Nothing.
Nah, they did not. They didn't do shit, but that's another story. And they could do have these ice agents like pick up random people and like send them to camps and shit for like no good reason. But yeah, they can't solve this case.
You know
Travesty.
what? You should have. You see, you talked to. See, this is what you did wrong. You talked to the cops. You should have talked to one of the lead detectives, like those one from Law and Order. They would have got to the bottom of it
So Ice T, I should have
easily.
talked to him.
Huh? Yes. Or
So I should have
yeah,
talked to Ice T.
yeah. Shit, they would have got to the bottom of that
It's
easily.
funny. I've only seen like one or two episodes of that show.
Dude, I feel like with that show, it's not one of those shows where I'm like, oh my god, I want to like watch the show in its entirety. It's like I'm always seeing majority of certain episodes, like with my mom, with my girlfriend Samantha. Like I'm just always kind of like I walk in and they're just randomly watching the show, and I'm just like, paying attention, watching like an episode or so with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. It's like
Yeah.
too many seasons for me to binge watch, though. I'll say that much.
Ooh,
But
jeez,
that's
I had to
that's
ask.
another
I had to
story,
ask. I
though.
said, "What season are you on?" And is there a new one coming up? And I'm like, "Wow, all right, now." I was like, "That's a lot, jeez, dude." But anyway,
That show, yeah, that show started like in '99, but yeah, that's another story. So yeah, we had Rollins defending his championship against CM Punk, the man he stole the title from. Also, LA Knight and Jey Uso. And before the match, Jackie Redmond interviewed Seth Rollins backstage and was like about to ask him about the fact that Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker were being barred from the arena, and she was going to ask him like how he felt about it and what he was going to do. And he basically said he always had another plan up his sleeve.
I like that interview and I like that sequence before the match. It makes the match more important because of
I
when you
wish
have
they would do more of this. Yeah, I wish they would do more of these backstage interviews before the matches like this.
yeah, they need to. That's one of the mistakes that WrestleMania did earlier this year. Like there was no backstage interviews, none of that. They were too busy showing the celebrities too many times. Like we get it, but you need to show some backstage interviews.
Yeah,
You
like
have
we
to.
watched
That's
SummerSlam
important.
90, like we watched SummerSlam 91 last week, and like half that show is like backstage interviews. I'm like, yo, that's one of the things I liked so much about the show back then is because they did shit like that.
Backstage interviews is one of the things that makes the show more great and more watchable. You can't just show your product in the ring. Show what's going on outside. Show the character and the juice from your talent.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah,
Yeah.
Rollins said he had another trick up his sleeve, and yeah, this match was solid. They had a couple cool spots in here. There was even one point where LA Knight like bumped CM Punk through like a table down below, which is kind of like payback for what happened a few weeks before. That was cool.
Hardly he didn't hardly even went through the table. I kind of looked at that. I was like, oh. That table wasn't given too much
Well,
though, but still.
regardless, I'm sure he felt some kind of pain from it afterwards.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, this match was fine. It had its moments. There was even one spot where LA Knight tried to elbow drop Rollins through the announce table, but then he missed. And that
Ooh, yeah,
landing
that
was
was brutal. Yeah.
gnarly. Yeah,
Ooh,
that
yeah,
landing was no joke.
that was brutal.
And then Rollins is like holding up Punk, like he has Punk down, and then like he's holding him up, saying, "You'll never get this title. I'm gonna make sure you're never champion. You're never gonna win it." And then he goes
Mm.
outside the ring. He curb stomps Jey Uso, taking him out. He curb stomps LA Knight, takes him out. So now it's just Punk all to Rollins in his clutches, and then he's about to take out Punk, but then Punk reverses it and is about to hit him with the GTS, and then he's about to seemingly win the title because there's nowhere to save Rollins. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a mystery person in a black hoodie low blows Punk, and then that allows Seth Rollins to hit Punk with the curb stomp, get the pin, and retain the title. But revealing themselves underneath the hood and in that secret disguise was none other than Seth Rollins' boo thing, Becky Lynch, or his
Wow.
wife.
Yeah. Crazy. That
She's
wow.
his boo thing.
Yeah, this was like when I saw that, I was like, damn, who could it, be? Like, I haven't heard any new people sign up for the roster or like who could it be? And then I was like, didn't surprise me. Didn't really surprise me, but yeah, it was Becky Lynch and way to get more heat on you now. And her this goes to show, Kurt, I think by the end of this year, we're gonna look back. This is probably gonna be Becky Lynch's best heel run, hands down. We thought her heel run in that late 2021 2022 period was good, but I think this one takes the cake, Kurt.
Oh, it's been incredible. And yeah,
Yeah.
I knew like when somebody interfered and like hit the low blow on Punk, I'm like, it's Becky. It has to be Becky. I'm like, who else could it
Yeah.
be? And then when I saw like it was like more like a woman's physique and whatnot, I'm like, yeah, it's Becky. And then when
Yeah.
she revealed herself, and I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be great. Because they had Becky and Rollins like as an on-screen couple like back in 2019 and it didn't work. Like people weren't
Yeah.
feeling it. But
Yeah.
like now with both of them as heels, I definitely have a lot of high hopes for this.
Hmm.
It was a
Especially
great
after what
cliffhanger.
especially after what happened the following night. Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it was a great cliffhanger. It was probably one of the highlights of the whole show. Yeah, it was a great way like to, you know, shock the people or give them something to look forward to in the weeks to come. And yeah, it just played out perfectly with Bronson, Reed, and Breaker getting, kicked out of the arena and opened the door for this to happen. So now Becky Lynch is the lone female member of the Vision.
Yep.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, crazy way to end the event and the night. Overall, what was your grade on this event? I
I
give
give
it
it a
8 out of
B.
10.
Um, yeah, I guess maybe 7 out of 10 for me.
Really? Oh wow! I give it an 8 out of 10. It was a
Yeah,
great opening match. I love the backstage stuff that they're doing. Regarding centering around the main event. I love John Cena versus Logan Paul. Um, the Donnybrook match was great. Great way to end that feud, and you can't forget about the crowd as well. So I give it an 8 out of 10.
all right, fair enough. I guess I said I gave it a B, so yeah, I guess in that regard it's an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah. I like a,
Yeah, it's
yeah. I think anything like a C would have been like 7.
like high C, like a high, like if I were giving it
It
a
was
C,
like
I
a
would give it like
C
maybe a
plus.
78. Yeah, like
Yeah,
78, 79.
right.
Yeah, but in any event, it was cool. I'm sure it was more cool for the fans in Paris than anything
Of
else,
course,
which
of
is great.
course.
I'm happy for them. I'm happy they got a great show. They're a great crowd. I don't know what the fuck they were saying for half the time, but it still looked
I
like
mean, they're
fun.
speaking French. I mean, come on. Unless we had Rene Dupree translate for us, though. But yeah,
Or
um,
Jacques Rougeau.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, as great as Clash in Paris was, and that cliffhanger was that it ended on. It transitioned all the way into Raw the next night, which was also in Paris. And
Same
the
building.
highlight of the whole show, the highlight of the whole show was the segment between CM Punk and not Seth Rollins. It was between
Mm.
CM Punk and Becky Lynch.
And this one got heated to the point where I saw the end of that segment and I'm like, Kurt, Randy Orton, I even tweeted this, and everybody was saying the same thing. Randy Orton would not let that slide. Randy Orton would immediately, especially like prime Randy Orton, like 2009 Randy Orton, Kurt would have immediately RKO'd Becky Lynch. Because the reason why I said that, because literally Becky Lynch was literally putting his hands on CM Punk, and the gentleman and the man
Listen,
that CM Punk was doing, not retaliating, walking away. And what he said after was like, I'm going to make you regret you putting your hands on me. And Seth Rollins is going to, literally just made the biggest mistake of his life and all that. And I kind of know where they're going to go along moving forward.
yeah, they had a heated segment on Raw Monday where like Becky Lynch came out instead of Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch was like bringing up the fact that people used to chant CM Punk's name during her matches, like when CM Punk was gone, and it pissed her off because like it showed like they didn't care about like what she was doing in the ring, and she also said like she resents the fact that he says so much negative things about her husband, and she says like my husband's everything you'll never be. He's hot, he's fit, he's this and that, he's a star, all this stuff. And then Punk like just basically responded saying, like I like your husband, he hides behind his crew, he hides behind Paul Heyman, and now he hides behind his own wife.
Mm.
And then he says like it's never gonna be over between us. And as he's saying this, Rollins comes out and says, "Come say it to my face." And then as Punk is trying to go to Rollins, Becky keeps getting in his way, and then Rollins just like walks away. And then Punk turns around and then Becky Lynch just slaps him multiple times and shoves him and calls him
Mm.
pathetic and says, "What you're gonna do about it? You're not gonna do anything." And yeah, Punk just had that line. "I'm gonna make your husband regret cashing in the money in the bank on me, and I'm gonna
Mm.
make you regret ever putting your hands on me." But
Oh
Becky
yeah.
was funny with her response saying, "I already regret putting my hands on you. It's like filled with all your sweat now. I'm gonna have to use extra bleach now just to wash my hands."
Huh.
It's funny as
And
hell. Yo,
right.
Becky killed it in this segment. She was great.
Oh yeah, I told you. I told you, Kurt. Like
Great.
after, look, when this year is over, we're gonna look back. So like, this is Becky Lynch's best heel run,
Hands
hands
down. One
down.
of the best heel,
Not only,
not even just her best heel run. I think it's one of the best heel runs the whole year. I'm saying I think she's one of the best heels in the company, even more than her
yeah,
own husband is.
yeah, I agree. And then like, it's because of what she's doing. And now, guess what? You're working with the men. You're with your husband, Seth Rollins. You're also planning a feud along with CM Punk. And I know where this is going to lead to, because after that segment, CM Punk, of course, he's pissed. Goes to Adam Pearce, and he pretty much tells him, "Hey, where's SmackDown going to be at? Chicago." And he's like, "Perfect. I know what they're going to do, Kurt. They're bringing back AJ Lee."
Oh yeah, and speaking of which, they were actually chanting AJ Lee multiple times throughout this segment, and then Becky's response to it was basically, "You guys stay chanting the names of people who don't work here." So yeah, that planted a seed. Also, the fact that, like Punk said, it's perfect that they're going to be in Chicago. That also
Yeah.
planted a seed. And considering that Rollins is now having his wife back him up in this feud, why not Punk have his own wife back him up in this feud?
Exactly. And then, yeah, I know what they're going to do. You having your first ever PLE on
Wrestlepalooza.
ESPN. Yeah, on ESPN. So you wanna generate an audience and a good show. And yeah, this is the route they're gonna go. They're gonna bring back AJ Lee. So without
It's not
said,
official. it's not official yet, but all roads are leading towards that. It kind of
Yeah.
feels like they've been planting seeds for it, and you get like the vibe that it's going to happen to the point where if it ends up not happening and Punk's partner ends up being somebody else, it's going to be a huge letdown.
Oh, very huge letdown. You don't want to see nobody else. AJ Lee is the perfect person. The perfect person. I mean, who like why would you not get any why would you not get her? Like who like nobody else is gonna could replace it. Nobody. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Just
but I will say, as far as like AJ Lee coming back, it's now or never. If it doesn't happen in this scenario, God forbid, it's never going to.
no. This is like the perfect time to do it.
Yeah, this is the perfect scenario. It's been
Yeah.
exactly 10 years since she's been gone. Her and
Mhm.
Becky like just missed each other as far as like ever working together. So yeah, this would
Mhm.
be gold.
Yeah.
But only time will tell. But I would say if I had to take a wild guess to stick on, I believe she does come back.
Oh yeah, same here. I mean, I don't know why else you wouldn't, but yeah, it's too obvious.
Yeah, like if she doesn't come back, then she really legit doesn't ever want to come back again. And yeah, I would say those talks should be put to bed for good if that's the case.
Yeah, I just don't
But
see anybody else.
yeah, just the way it's like going so far and like the all the buzz surrounding it, it would be a huge disappointment if it's anybody else other than her.
I agree.
All right, but we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, we do have Wrestlepalooza coming up on September 20th in Indianapolis. Crazy, they got two PLEs in 1 year.
Yeah.
They have the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is crazy. Yep. It's
Yeah, so we're
just
gonna have
weird.
Wrestlepalooza.
It's just really crazy about the oh, and how could we forget Clash in Paris was the last PLE to be on Peacock. So yeah, it was an end of an era, sadly.
Yep, the end of the Peacock era, which started with I believe WrestleMania 37. Yeah, that's the one it
Hmm.
started with, and now it
Yeah.
ends with Clash in Paris. 4.5 years.
Damn it.
But yeah, WrestlePalooza is coming up on September 20th, and it looks like we're likely gonna get this mixed tag team match with Rollins teaming up with Becky Lynch to take on Punk and AJ Lee potentially. It's not official yet. AJ hasn't even come back yet, so we still gotta see. But if I had to take a strong guess, I think it's happening, and it happens this week, where we see
Too.
AJ back, or we get the announcement that she's coming back.
Yeah. Too obvious. So you just gotta wait. Play the waiting game.
And likely on that show, we're also going to get John Cena against Brock Lesnar.
Hmm.
Brock Lesnar is scheduled to return on SmackDown next week, not this week, but next week. So I could see Adam, Nick Aldis making the announcement this week that they're going to face each other at Palooza, and yeah,
Hmm.
just go from there.
Yeah. You want to stack their card. It's your first PLE on ESPN. So yeah, you want to stack it as many talent as you can. So
Yeah, and Adam Pearce also announced on Monday that Stephanie Vaquer will get her shot at the Women's World Championship at WrestlePalooza, as she will face Io Sky, and the winner will be the new Women's World Champion. Makes sense because Io Sky was promised a title shot, and Naomi had to back out
yeah,
of that match because of the pregnancy announcement and all that. So it makes sense for these two to face each other for the title.
yeah, obviously can't take that away from
But
her.
I
Yeah, she earned that title shot. So yeah,
but I watch out with those. But I would watch out for those damn Kabuki Warriors because it looks like her, Io Sky, that being, and the Kabuki Warriors have been having issues lately. They've been like getting mad at her for the fact that her and Rhea Ripley are so close, and Rhea and her like help each other out. So they've been kind of like arguing with her lately, specifically Asuka. And yeah, they were
huh?
even saying that they have her back for the match coming up. So yeah, I think they're definitely going to play into the outcome in one way or another.
Oh boy.
I think this is all leading to like yeah, Rhea and Io against Kabuki Warriors match down the road.
Mm-hmm. You see it.
But yeah, we'll see who ends up winning that match. Only time will tell. Also, I don't know if Cody's going to be back soon or when he's coming back because he was only supposed to film for like a few weeks. I don't know if he's going to be back in time for WrestlePalooza, but if he is in time back for it, he'll be defending his title against Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I was waiting for them. I've been waiting and hoping for it because I know that feud is going to be good. Um, No, I don't think he will be back in time for Wrestlepalooza because I know we're in the first week of September, but um, a few weeks to film. I'm trying to think. What's another after Wrestlepalooza? What's the next? I know Survivor Series will be in November, but is there any PLEs in between?
Crown Jewel, the one in Australia,
Oh yeah, Perth, right? Um,
going to be out
Good
of town that
chance.
weekend.
If not Wrestlepalooza, uh, you know, which I predict most likely will be Crown Jewel.
I think that might be their best bet. There's no need
Yeah,
to rush it because like
yeah,
if Cody comes back this week, they only have 2 weeks to build towards it.
exactly. It's not enough time.
Unless they want to make it a series, which I think they probably will anyway. But there's no need to rush it. They don't have to do it in
No, they
WrestlePalooza.
don't. No, they don't.
We'll
No
see what
need.
happens with that. And maybe we'll get a rematch between Dominic Mysterio and AJ Styles because last
Mm.
Monday on Raw, Dominic used El Grande Americano to cheat and retain his championship in the match with AJ. That was a great match, except for that ending. Yeah, everybody crapped on the ending. They said the ending sucked. The match was good, but everyone said that ending was lame as fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, because Judgment Day was barred from ringside, although Finn Balor didn't seem too pissed off about that if you saw the expression on his face. But
Mm.
Dominic, still up to his cheating ways, found a way to retain. But too damn bad, man. That would have been a nice place for AJ to win the title because that crowd was super hot for him.
Oh yeah, I've been here. Oh, dude, I've been hearing a lot of reaction from everybody on social about the reaction that AJ got from that crowd. And I told you, man, it's the European crowds, man. Sooner or
Yeah, they
later,
were.
Kurt. Sooner or later, they're gonna have. They have no choice to bring a WrestleMania to Europe. Most likely, London of all places. You know what I mean?
I'm down,
Yeah, I don't mind
but
watching WrestleMania in the morning. I wouldn't
is what
mind
it
it,
is.
honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, so WrestlePalooza will likely have those matches, like some of the matches we mentioned, others potentially. Also, from what we saw on Raw Monday, we're gonna get an Usos reunion as Jimmy Uso came to the rescue of Jay Uso, although he was like 3 minutes too late to come to that damn rescue. After Bronson, Reed, and Braun Breaker attacked him following the tag team match. So yeah,
Mm.
it's looking like we're likely gonna get an Usos reunion against Reed and Breaker.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
fine,
yeah.
but it's like no, we've kind of already seen this with Roman teaming up with Jay as opposed to Jimmy. So yeah, it's kind of like it'll be fine, but it's not really anything like to get that excited about.
I mean, but it's the Usos though.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see
Like
them team up again, but as
yeah,
far as like a
it's
match wise, like it's kind of like more or
oh
less
right. Yeah.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, I know, but but as a fan, you want to like see the reunion of the Usos. You know what I mean? And that's I think that's the catch right there. That's the pitch. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it'll be good for Jimmy too because he hasn't really been doing much for a while
no
actually.
man, feel bad for him in a
Yeah, me
way.
too. Yeah, ever since they split up, yeah, Jay's like skyrocketed and Jimmy's kind of like been up and down.
It's the gift and the curse of tag teams when you break them up. Like there's one person is like, oh, that's your guy, and then the other person kind of like, he's okay, but he's not as good as the other person. Like we saw this with the Hardy Boys. Like you knew Jeff Hardy was like, yeah, that's the guy right there. Matt Hardy, he had a couple of good runs and all that stuff. His feud with Edge, perfect. I love the feud that he had with MVP for the US title. That was awesome. But overall, you saw Jeff. Jeff is the guy, you know?
Yeah, it's just happens,
Yeah.
and they
It, it,
just
ha- it
like
happens with all tag teams. That's what I'm saying. It's a gift and a curse.
yeah, most tag teams when they break up, like one person will go on to be a big star, and it's clear that the company has bigger plans for them, and
Hmm.
the other one will kind of be like just there
Yeah. Happens all the time.
is what it is. But it'll be cool to see them get back together. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll
Yeah.
be a fun match.
Hmm.
But yeah, WrestlePalooza is on the horizon, a couple weeks away, and congratulations to Cody and Brandi Rhodes as they recently had their second child last week.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere. I didn't hear any reports prior to that Brandy was pregnant or anything like that. But yeah, that was a shock to us all. I was like, whoa, like they have another kid?
Yeah, apparently they had a surrogate.
Oh.
Yeah, because I see Brandi on Instagram all the time. I follow Brandi on Instagram. I had never seen any shots of like her being pregnant. She didn't
Mm-hmm.
look like she was pregnant at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that threw me by surprise too.
Yeah. But regardless, though, congratulations to them bringing another kid in the world, and yeah, I'm happy for them.
It's funny. I liked Cody Rhodes' conversation with Becky Lynch on like Cody's podcast, and they were talking about like their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, one thing I think they were both talking about is how like both of their kids like are like constantly asking for a sibling, especially Becky's kid. Like Becky's daughter will always ask like, "When am I gonna get a brother? When am I gonna have a brother?"
Wow. That is something that I don't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's a first. I rarely hear that from kids wanting a sibling. That's a
Oh no,
first.
yeah, a lot of kids want siblings. Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Wow.
Yeah, like a lot of kids will be like, "Yeah, I want a brother, I want a sister." Yeah, I've seen that all the time.
That's crazy.
All right, but any event, congratulations to Cody and
Mhm.
Brandi. Congratulations to Cody and Brandi. Wish them the best. And did you see The Rock's new look? The Rock's new look that he had recently for the
Yes.
premiere of his
Yes.
movie.
Yes, I've seen oh man, I have a lot to say about that. Number one, okay, so recently videos and photos have shown that The Rock has slimmed down. He is not his bulkier buff self like he, once was the past, like few years, several years or whatever, right? Because he's a gym rat. He works out a lot, has a, you know, diet and all that stuff. But he has slimmed down, and a lot of people on social media are overreacting. Like, oh my God, is he okay? It's probably the roids, man. And is he sick? Relax, people. The
Social
people's
media.
champion, the people's champion, The Rock, is okay. Okay. And here's why. Guys, you got to remember, The Rock is getting older, sadly, and he's probably, changing his diet. He's probably not going to be on an intense workout like he once was. And that's okay. Number two, this same situation with The Rock, I heard the same thing with Batista. Batista, was jacked, in shape during his career with the WWE, but now since he's in Hollywood, guess what? He doesn't have to have that pressure of like constantly having to work out and be on a strict diet. That's pretty much the routine as a professional wrestler. And Batista slimmed down, and everybody thought, like, "Oh my God, is he sick?" No, he's not sick. He just doesn't work out intensely like he used to. He just slimmed down. He just lost weight. That's all. Doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with him. He's still in great shape. People overreact, man.
People on social media overreacting. I've never seen that before.
I know it's not a first though, but I feel like the people are overacting. They obviously don't get the whole vibe and the work ethic of being a professional wrestler. Like we both know that you're, you have to, you're on the road, but you have to strict diet, constantly have to be in the gym, working out for that physique. But then once you're done with that career, you know and then you back off, and then stuff like that happens. Your diet changed, your whole lifestyle changed after that. So yeah, the Rock is fine, man. And guys, if you're anybody who is smart, listen, the Rock for his entire career, especially early in his career, the Rock was never bulk and jacked like that to begin with. He was that same weight during early in his career. He didn't start getting buff and big like that not till like what 11
Yeah, like when he came
moving
back for the
forward.
feud with Cena, that's like when he
Yeah,
got bigger. And
exactly.
when he started doing those Fast and Furious movies, that's when he started to noticeably get
Yes,
bigger.
yeah, exactly. But prior to that, and if you look at his matches, even early in his career, dude, The Rock was like slim. He was big. He was still big, but he was like a slim big in a way.
Yeah, people changed their physiques. It happened in early '90s
Yeah,
WWE. If you watched the product very closely back then,
yeah.
but yeah, I
People
mean,
overacting. Stupid.
yeah, damn social media. It happens every fucking day. But yeah,
Right.
I wouldn't put too much stock into it. The Rock,
Yeah.
it's his body, his choice. If he wants to look the way he's looking now, that's cool. Actually, funny enough, I heard that he looks the way he does now and lost the weight that he did because he's getting in character for a role.
That's another reason you got to remember. Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. So if there's a character that you're gonna get into, people are gonna change their weight, just
Yeah.
their whole care, whatever. It's called acting. That's what you have to do in Hollywood, man. Come on. I
You
remember
would-
Matthew McConaughey freaking lost tons of weight just so he could do a movie role. I forgot what movie it was though, but
oh, Dallas Buyers Club. Dallas Buyers
yes,
Club.
that one. Yes,
Great movie, by the way.
yeah. So hey, that's
Also,
Hollywood.
Brendan Fraser for that movie The Whale that he did a couple
Oh
years
yeah,
ago. Yeah,
yeah.
he had to put on mad weight to get into character for that.
Hmm. Yep,
Yeah, it's definitely it's an acting thing. Yeah, you have to lose weight sometimes to get into a character or gain
exactly.
weight, whichever, get bulky or whatever it is. So yeah, probably people are just exaggerating. No surprise being social media. But I did hear The Rock's new movie Smashing Machine, which is set to come out next month, got a 100% approval rating.
I heard, and I'm happy for him because usually, I mean, The Rock really doesn't. I mean, look, he's for him, he's kind of like a hit and miss. There are certain movies that I like. Oh, I really like, especially his first one, The Scorpion King. I love that movie. And there are some movies kind of like, But I've been hearing a lot of good things about this movie, about an MMA fighter and just stuff going on in the octagon and out of it. And yeah, he when I look at the pictures of the real life person that he was portraying, damn, he really like pulls it off and the looks and everything. And I'm happy for him. And I heard that he got a 15-minute standing ovation after that movie. And I really want to watch this movie now.
Yeah, he was moved to tears from the ovation. And
Yeah.
yeah, from the trailer I saw of it a while back, yeah, it looks great. It's like
Oh
nice to
yeah.
see him actually challenge himself and actually like play a role he hasn't played before. Because yeah, like a lot of his characters are more or less the same in most of the movies of his that you see. So it's nice
Yeah.
to see him like do something different, do something out of the box, do something
Hmm.
more serious. And yeah, for it to get a
Yeah.
100% approval rating before it even came out, yeah, that's saying a lot.
It
And
says a
yeah, I can't wait
lot.
to see it. Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
You, usually movies, right? If it's good, the highest it will get will be like a 98. That's the highest I've ever seen, honestly. Right? But 100, whew, that's a first. I can't even recall the last time I saw a movie that got a 100% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, the thing with Rotten Tomatoes is that they're not always right, but they're right more than they're wrong.
True. That is true. I hate to say this, Kurt. I've been deceived by Rotten Tomatoes on a couple of occasions before,
Hell,
where I've been
they gave the
told,
John Q they gave John Q the movie with Denzel like only a 40% approval rating.
"Good God, really?"
Yeah, I'm like, yo, that's some bullshit. That movie's great. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, but I've been deceived where seen there's a couple of movies that I've seen where I heard that the approval rating was like around at 90%, but when I go watching, I was like, did not exceed my expectations. I was disappointed. So yeah,
Yeah, like American Sniper.
you didn't like that one. I never seen it, but
It was okay.
oh,
All right, but anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this new Rock movie. I hope he does more movies like this going forward. He actually said
me too.
recently in an interview that he wants to do more roles like this, where he's like, actually doing serious acting and really challenging himself. So yeah, I look forward to seeing more of these in the coming years.
I see it too. It always happens with actors and actresses when you have like that really like deep and breakthrough role. It's going to lead to bigger things. So yeah, it happens a lot. It happens to everybody. I've seen this before.
And speaking of The Rock, most recently, The Hollywood Reporter put out a list of the top 10 best wrestlers turned actors. And the
I
top
already
10
know
list
who
goes
number
like
one is.
this. All right, I'm going to break it down for you right now. Number 10, Andre the Giant.
The Princess
Yeah,
died. What was that movie he was in?
Princess
The
Bride.
Yes, I like that movie. Actually, I haven't watched that movie in forever.
Yeah, it's a classic. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great movie.
Hmm.
Princess, oh, yeah, that's like the main one he's known for. Number 9, Jesse Ventura.
Ooh, that's a little low. I'm sorry. I
I mean, he was a great actor.
okay. I spoke too soon. Just continuing on because that's damn near too low. Damn it. That no.
Look, he was cool in Predator, but let's be real. Like, was he a great actor in Predator?
I mean, he didn't really have to say much or do. I mean, he did more than he talked. He had a great one liner. I don't got time. I ain't got time to bleed. But I mean, it was more of his physique and what he was doing than him talking. I mean,
I I get it. He was in a couple other movies too. He even had a scene
the
in
Running
Batman
Man.
and Robin. Also,
Oh
Batman and
yeah,
Robin.
he was the cops in the freaking prison. Yes, when I was young,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't.
remember
I
that
was like,
shit.
I didn't know. But when I got older, I was like, wait a minute, is that who I think it is? This whole entire time.
All right, moving on. Number 8, The Big Show.
You know what? Yeah, yeah. I think he has a higher spot. That dude had a lot of. It started off with cameos. Jingle All the
Yeah,
Way as a Santa. The Water Boy.
that's his most
Um,
famous one. Yeah, the Water
yeah, that's
Boy
his
by far
most
the most
famous
famous
one.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, he did really good. Like even though they were really short, though, you kind of tell like, oh, he actually, he's pretty good. So yeah,
Yeah, he did
okay,
fine. Yeah,
yeah,
I wasn't knocking on it. Yeah, also
yeah.
his cameos on the UPN sitcoms.
Oh, I missed that. I'm on.
I remember that show One on One with Kyla Pratt and Flex.
Yeah, yeah.
He was on an episode of that show once.
Really, I got to look that up. I don't not remember that. I
Yeah,
remember watching majority of that show, but I don't remember
like the
him being
daughter,
on it. That's
like
crazy.
the daughter goes to like a school dance or something with like some dude that Flex doesn't like or is like suspicious about.
Yeah.
So he hires Big Show to be her chaperone.
I wow, I have to look this up. Wow, that's funny. Of
It's
all the
on Netflix.
episodes.
Yeah, that show's on. It's
Oh,
from season 2. Yeah, it's from like season 2.
oh,
One.
okay. I'll look that up. I never knew that. Hmm.
He also had a sitcom on Netflix. Yeah, that was on for like a season.
Hmm.
Yeah, so Big Show is number 8. Number 7, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, they try to push him, God rest his soul, but they try to push him in certain movies, and most of those movies were not good though. But yeah.
Hell no, they were not good. Only
Nope.
movie he was in that was any good was Rocky 3, and he was only in one scene.
Exactly.
It was a great scene. Don't get me wrong, it was a great scene, but
Oh hell yeah, of
yeah,
course. Of
all the
course.
movies he starred in, yeah, they did not hit the mark.
No.
I did like his cameo on Gremlins too, even though it's
Oh.
kind of weird that he's like in the movie theater wearing his wrestling tights and the title belt.
Right.
Yeah, because like he's like at the movie theater and like one of the people who work there like come up to him and say, "Mr. Hogan, there's a disturbance in the projection room," and like it's the Gremlins like fucking around in like the
Yeah.
projection room, and then Hogan rips
He
his
was
shirt
telling
off and tries
everybody,
to scare
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. He goes to the damn movie theater in his wrestling tights.
Right.
All right, but anyway, number 6, and no, I'm sorry, my bad. Number 6, Kevin Nash.
Oh, Punisher.
Also,
The
Super Shredder and Ninja Turtles
well,
2.
yeah, that was a crazy one. I never knew that. A
Yeah.
long time ago. The Longest Yard. He was good in The Longest Yard. He was funny.
Oh yeah, he was
it
bad funny in
was
Longest Yard. Yeah,
hilarious.
definitely
Yeah.
was.
Um, was there any other movies he was in?
Also, the Magic Mike movies apparently he was in.
Huh. Okay. And then I never
Never watched
watched them.
them.
So yeah, I never knew that.
So yeah, he's number 6. Number 5, Edge.
He's in that one. Was it Viking TV show, right?
Yeah,
Or
apparently
something
his
like
work
that.
was
Or
really good on it. I didn't never watch it,
I
but
heard.
apparently his work was really good on it.
I heard. Yeah.
So yeah,
Mm,
interesting. Edge number 5. Gotta check that show out one of these days, or at least an
mm,
episode.
hmm
Number 4, Roddy Piper.
What's that one horror movie that he was in the 80s?
They live. They live.
Yeah. Um,
It's a good movie. Yeah, it's a solid ass movie, and
hmm,
that fight scene he has with Keith David is considered one of the best movie fight scenes ever.
really?
Yeah, that fight scene they have is crazy in that movie.
I gotta look that one up. I
You
seen
know, you know who Keith
bits
David
and
is, right?
of course, come on now. Of
All
course I
right,
know.
just making
That's the
sure.
legendary voice actor of all of the cartoons, Gargoyles, the Thing, Platoon. He's one of the Kurt. Keith
He also
David is one of the
narrated.
huh?
He also narrated the WrestleMania documentary that WWE put out back in like
Yes.
2011.
Keith David is probably one of the I would consider him one of the best black actors. If there was like a top 10 list, he's on that list for me. I like him as an actor.
He was also in Dead Presidents. He was in
Oh, yes.
Platoon.
Yes.
Also the bad. He was the bad guy in Barbershop One.
Yeah. Was trying to get the shot back. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Anyway, but yeah, that was a great fight
ATL.
scene. I only saw that once.
He was an ATL.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, that was a good ass fight scene. That whole movie was good, especially if you're kind of into conspiracy theories. That movie is
Mm.
definitely some interesting stuff to watch.
I gotta look that one up. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, Piper's number four. Number
Hmm.
three, John Cena.
Okay.
I gotta watch that new season of Peacemaker.
I still gotta watch that. There's a couple of shows that I said I need to watch. Like that is one of them. And then Abbott Elementary, I saw this picture where
Abbott
they were
Elementary.
filming Abbott Elementary. There was I saw this picture. I think it was like yesterday or earlier today, where they filmed um, being at a
Phillies
Philadelphia
game.
Phillies game. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
getting
that's
picked.
interesting. I was like, no, I kind of want to watch this show now. So, all right, but yeah,
Yeah, the show is based in Philly.
yeah, I know, yeah,
They had Questlove on there on one episode. They had Kevin Hart on one episode. Yeah, it's a
okay,
solid ass show. It's kind of like Modern Family at an elementary school.
okay,
Also, the lady who plays the principal looks good as hell. That's another story.
okay.
All right, so yeah, John Cena's number three. I like the movies he's been in. Like a lot of the movies he's done over the years. That like that Vacation Friends movie was funny. Also, he was in this movie called The Independent, where he actually runs for president as an independent candidate.
There's this new movie that he was in with Idris Alba on Prime. I still got to watch that.
Oh, I saw like previews of it. I didn't watch it, but I saw yeah, little bits of it.
Yeah. Um.
Also his scenes in Trainwreck were mad funny.
Hmm. I saw some of that. I don't know. Like it's the whole like you're in a relationship and you're kind of like watching like rom-coms, and rom-coms are kind of like really not my thing. Like don't get me wrong, there's like a couple that I liked growing up. Like I like 50 First Dates, I like Along Came Polly, but just in general, just like rom-coms really not my thing or whatever.
It's
But
not a rom
because
com. It's like more of like a raunchy, like 40-year-old virgin type movie.
which one, Trainwreck?
Yeah,
um
it's from the same
who's
director as
in
40-Year-Old
wait
Virgin. Amy
who else is in
Schumer.
there?
Amy
And
Schumer.
is it LeBron in there?
Yeah, LeBron's in there too. LeBron was
Oh,
mad
okay,
funny
yeah,
in it actually.
yeah, he was, yeah. um
Nah, but Cena was great too. Yeah, Cena killed it in the scenes he was in.
yeah. Hmm.
And the movie theater, he keeps like trying to like look tough, and he says like like things like to the dude he's trying to beef with, like really come off as like he's like trying to hook up with him. He's
Right.
like, I'm gonna beat your face off,
Huh.
or I'm gonna, yeah, like some weird shit like that. He's like saying like, and it comes off like mad sexual, like he's trying to act all tough, but everything he says to the dude sounds like mad sexual or like mad, like like a mad out of pocket. But yeah, that was a funny ass scene. Yeah, he's good. He's killed in like the parts I've seen him do.
Okay. Hmm. I
Yeah, and
already
then
know
number
who
two,
I know who I already know who number two is.
number two is The Rock.
Yeah. Goes without saying. And then again, it's his first two films that really like touched for me the hardest growing up, like watching The Mummy Returns, because I'm such a huge fan of the first one, and you hear that he's in the second one, and I just remember, you know, hearing and watching the second one, because I remember watching it in the theater, and I was just like, damn, I cannot believe he's in this movie. This is like, wow, this is our dude. And then follows up with the Scorpion King. I love that movie. I haven't watched that movie in forever. I have it. Um, love the Scorpion King. I thought like his next two, Walking Tall was okay.
Yeah, it was
The
okay.
I
I
think
like.
the worst one from that early Hollywood stage that I just did not care for was The Rundown. I didn't care for that movie. I thought it wasn't good. Um
Probably better than Doom.
no, I'll watch Doom over over
Yikes!
the Rundown.
Even though Rock
I
hates
just
Doom.
didn't care. I did not care about Rundown. I felt like
Rundown
when
was
I watched
okay.
Doom,
Rundown
when
was
I
okay.
watched, I just recently watched Doom like wow, almost a year ago, and I'm like, okay, it started off good, and it kind of just kind of like eh. But I will rather watch Doom over. I will watch Doom over the Rundown. The Rundown was just like, eh, I don't
Yeah, it
know.
was okay. Out of
Yeah.
his earlier movies, the best one I saw was Gridiron Gang.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a good one. I think when you talk about those serious roles, I that was like his first one.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Also,
That was a good movie. Yeah.
he was more of a side character in this movie, but Get Smart, I thought was pretty funny too.
I never
And
seen
then,
that one.
yeah, it's with Steve Carell.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, and then like he started doing the fast movies. Like he really started to blow up. Like when he did the fast movies, they're not my
Yeah.
cup of tea. I don't care for them, but obviously
Yeah.
people seem to like them. They make a lot of money, so it is what it is. So I would say from that point on, I started to feel a lot of his movies less and less. I remember
Hmm.
one of his movies I actually went to go see that movie Pain and Gain.
I heard bad things about that movie.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. That movie
I
was
heard,
fucking
yeah,
weird.
just bad things about it. At one point prior to the reviews, I was kind of tempted to watching it after hearing that it,
It was a
it
true
was based
story.
off a true story because I thought it was like some comedy. I was like, oh, with Mark because Mark Wahlberg is in it, right? And then from looking at the commercials, oh, this is a fun little stupid little raunchy comedy, right? But then when I read about it, I was like, this is actually based on a true story that these people are doing drugs and blah blah blah. And I was like, what? And they kind of made it seem like it's some little silly comedy. What the hell? And these people killed people. What?
Yeah, it was a weird movie. It was a
What?
really, really weird movie. Yeah,
Yeah. I think I loved him in the two Jumanji movies.
never watched them.
I watched them with Samantha. I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
That
liked it,
Journey 2 movie
especially the
also
first one.
people liked a lot. That
Really, I
Journey
never
2
seen.
movie, I remember people I never saw it, but people always
Me
raved about
neither.
it.
Yeah, I never seen that one though. But I like. I just it was funny. Like I think around a year ago, I watched Jungle Cruise. That one was
Okay.
okay. That one was okay. Those are with him, but
Yeah, like his movies themselves, I'm not like huge fans of, but he's by far the most successful wrestler turned actor in the sense of being a draw, being a movie
yeah,
star, like being a leading
hmm
man. Yeah, he's definitely number one when it comes to that. Yeah, like
definitely.
whether you like his movies or not, you can't deny the dude's star power in that sense.
It's half and half. There's some that are like, okay, these are good, and some I'll sit down and watch, and there's some where I'm just like, you know.
Yeah, like the Kevin Hart ones, they don't do it for me.
Oh,
He's also another one I kind of throw into that category too, where like a lot of his movies are kind of hit or miss.
oh, yeah.
Even
We
Ride
already
Along,
know.
I'm not that crazy about.
Yeah, I was just. It's funny. I was just like watching that with Samantha's family, like what couple months ago, a few months ago, and I was like my second time watching it, and I was watching. I was kind of like remembering because I remember the first time I watched it, I was oh this is funny, and I got I'm a little bit older now, and I watched it again. I was kind of like hmm.
Yeah, it's like another dumb. It's like another action. It's like just another action comedy. Like if you've seen one action comedy at this point, you've seen them all. Like you're like, yo, I've seen this kind of like concept before, and it's like not even as cool anymore.
I think nothing will surpass the my love for the Rush Hour movies, mainly the first two. You know what I mean? When it comes to a buddy cop action comedy film,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'll say the best ones out of like the movies like being the most consistent. I'd say the best one is probably Lethal Weapon,
Oh yeah,
where all the movies are good, even if some are better than others. All of them are good. Like the Rush Hours. Rush Hour 3 sucks. The Bad
ugh,
Boys. I'm not. Yeah, the Bad Boys movies. I'm personally not that crazy about Bad Boys 2. Fight me on it, whatever. But I'm not crazy about Bad Boys 2. And then
oof.
Beverly Hills Cop. The only real good one is the first one, honestly.
You didn't like the second one?
Yeah, it's okay. It's nothing you're to go out of your way to watch.
I mean, what's her name? Damn it,
Yeah,
I
they
gotta
have that
forget her
one
name.
scene. Yeah, they have that one scene where they're at the Playboy Mansion and they run into Hugh Hefner. That's cool and all. And yeah, Bridget Nielsen is the villain in it. But yeah, just in
Yeah,
general, Yeah, it's like not
Bridget
really something to
Nielsen
go out of
looked
your way.
good. Good God, Bridget Nielsen looked good in that movie. Jesus.
Anyway, yeah, she did have a thing for tall women, admittedly, but
Uh,
yeah, even though Tony Scott directed it, which was cool also, but the movie itself was like, yeah, this is just okay. All right, but anyway,
it's
back to
what,
The Rock. Yeah, The
yeah,
Rock's movies are like very hit or miss. Yeah, some of them
yeah,
are better than others, but you can't deny the dude's star power. So that
yeah.
leads us to number one on that list. Number one is Dave Bautista.
Easily. Come on. I already knew who was number one when you told me there was a list. So, I mean, who else would replace him? Nobody. Nobody could touch that man. Look, it started off with him doing little, just kind of minor roles, but then it led him to bigger roles. And it wasn't just bigger roles, Kurt. It was the more serious roles that he was doing. The one role that there's two movies that really, or three, that really caught my attention. Number one was he had a short role in that new Blade Runner movie from like a few years back, right?
I meant to see that. Yeah, I never got around to it, but I meant to see
Yeah.
that.
We cannot forget his role in Guardians of the Galaxy. That was the one where like I think everybody got his attention, right?
That
Dude,
put him on the map. That put him on the map.
loved him. Loved him in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was funny, serious, had that presence, cool. I think the one film that I was like, oh my god, like I'm really happy for him when he was in James Bond, Inspector. I know you haven't seen any of the James Bond movies, sadly, which you need to, surprisingly. But when I found out that he was going to be in that movie, I was completely overjoyed because like it's one thing when you get a movie role, but when you are in a James Bond film, that says a lot. And I'm a huge James Bond fan. Like he was like the henchman, but he was one of it's those typical henchmen in the James Bond series where like you're the big henchman, but you're the quiet one, you're the silent killer one. That's the role that he played. And Batista played that role perfectly. He had that
Good
presence.
shit.
He was scary. Like that opening, I'll send it to you though, but there's a scene where there's like a I wanted to say like a hideout. There's like a meeting amongst the villains or whatever, and then out of nowhere, Batista shows up out of nowhere, and he just grabs this dude and just kills him with his bare hands. It was scary, and it was just like oh my god, and made me reminisce about the older Bond films where you had that one henchman who's like the big guy and he's tough and but he was quiet, and I was really happy for him when I found out that he was in that movie. So that one, and then the other just serious roles that he's been doing lately, and he takes it very well, man. Very well. He knows
Yeah,
how to do it. He adapts to it.
yeah, I respect his mentality towards it. Like he wants to
Yeah.
like do roles that like challenge him, and he even wants to learn
Hmm.
the behind the scenes aspect of it because he realizes that he can't be an actor
Yeah.
forever. So he wants to have more of an understanding of the behind the scenes aspect of it, so he could have a career there. Yeah, I've loved
Mm.
what he's done with his acting ever since he like dived into it after retired. Like and yeah, just from the Guardians movies blowing up the way they did, I knew he was good. I knew from that point he didn't need to wrestle anymore if he didn't want to.
No, and he even went on. He stated on the record, he's saying that he likes a little bit better than WWE. Like I'm not saying like he. I mean, he enjoyed WWE, but like just the work is a little
Yeah,
more
exactly. Of course,
easier. It's a little more easier and less stressful than WWE. So yeah.
not as much of a hectic travel schedule. They're possibly
Hmm.
not as controlling as WWE was, or and probably still is. So yeah, I could see why he would like acting more, and also The Rock for that matter. I could see why he also liked it more. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love what Batista's done in Hollywood. I love the first Guardians movie; it's incredible. The third one's also very good too. And then that movie Stuber, I thought was pretty funny, where like he's an Uber driver with his like son. I thought that movie was pretty funny. That
Mm.
when he did work in. He even had a cameo in the new Naked Gun.
Really?
Yeah, he's in one
Damn
scene
it!
in the
I
new
gotta
Naked Gun.
watch this movie.
So is
I gotta
Cody.
watch that movie.
Cody
I gotta
also is in
watch that
one scene
movie.
too.
Yeah. Damn, I gotta watch that movie.
Yeah, it's funny as hell, but yeah, I've loved what he's done in Hollywood. I love the fact that like he's had like such a great career with it, and he's like done so many like diverse roles, and like he's like really taking the art of acting so seriously, and like
Yeah.
respecting it so much, and like it's like really bringing something great out of him. And yeah, I look forward to seeing more of it, bro. I really do.
And you got to remember, it's very hard for wrestlers to do those kind of roles because, like, you got to remember, most wrestlers turn actors or actresses too. They're so used to doing this one thing, and then transitioning to something else is kind of is a bit difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
Especially kind of
is.
when it comes to serious roles like what Batista's doing, and the fact that he adapted to it so quickly, that says a lot. That's why I was like, oh, Batista's hands down the best, easily.
Yeah, more power to him. And funny
Yeah.
enough, Mercedes Monet was talking about how she should be number two on the list because of her recent work on the DeLorean
Oh
on the
God.
Star Wars show on Disney
The
Plus.
Mandalorian. Look, I love the
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. I do. I love it. But look, she was okay. All right, she did her part. It's not something to like go home about. Oh my gosh, she killed. Like, no, it was
I
okay.
think she's probably just being a heel. I'm sure she's probably saying that
Of
shit
course
just to
she
get a rise out of
is.
people.
Of course.
But yeah, nobody in their right mind believes that shit.
Jeez. Of course, especially if you've seen the show already. Yeah, that's one of my favorite shows. Please.
Yeah, like look, I'm sure she did well in it. I'm sure she did well in it. But yo, like the other people mentioned on this list have like catalogs of things they did over the course of years, decades,
Movies.
etc. And movies where they were like the lead characters, the main characters, and
Yes.
made a lot of money that like broke box
Yes.
office records in some cases. So yeah, yeah, those she's not
Thank you.
over. She's not number two on that damn list.
Come on.
I
Like
mean,
she was only in what one or two episodes? God, come on.
yeah, please. Yeah,
Please.
but I gotta give it to her, man. In that sense, she's a good heel because she knows like these kind of things to say to really, get a rise out of people and like get people to talk about her, even if it's in a negative way.
Hmm.
All right, but in any event, I think we've said what we needed to say tonight. So,
Yeah.
guys, subscribe to our YouTube page. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Any other platform,
Yep.
also TikTok. I post episodes and clips from our episodes on there as well. Let us know
You
what
have
you think. We
TikTok?
love. Yeah, I have TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we love to debate with you guys and talk to you guys about like these different subjects in a healthy way, keyword healthy way, not toxic way. And yeah,
Hmm.
holler at us, let us know what you think. And until next time, for John Randall, this is Conscious Kurt with another edition of Clash of Champions. Take care, enjoy the rest of your week, and remember, don't be an asshole or a douchebag in real life or social media because that toxic bullshit is for the birds and J Lo
And
too.
ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, stay safe, stay blessed, and always stay adventurous. And one more thing, um, have fun. Football season. Happy football season tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the ride.
Hell yeah, peace.